Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 25 August 2022. First Thursday night knife sale since the motorcycle trip. I miss those mountains. But we shall not let that get in our way tonight. It's time to sell some knives. Before we get into the meat of the sale, a little bit of housekeeping. First up, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'm going to post them on the screen for you in just a moment. I'll also reprint them in the description underneath this video. You do need to be familiar with and agreeable to those before you attempt to purchase a knife. Also in the description above the terms of the sale, you're going to find 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is to my primer for buyers video. That is a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. So that will be very, very helpful to you if you're a new buyer. It explains how we do things every Thursday night and why. The second link is of interest if you'd like to consign some knives to this weekly sales event. It's my FAQs for consignors video. It gives you the commission breakdown, how to send knives in, where to send knives, how the payment works, all that good stuff. The third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So in the all-important description, you'll find those 3 links at the very top, then the terms of the sale in the middle, and at the bottom, the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps and pricing. Now over in the pricing column, you'll generally see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of the knife as shown. The one to the right is the price of the knife as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. And there will be next day sharpening for the first 6 knives purchased tonight to be sharpened. If you're outside the first 6, only going to be about 2 to 3 weeks for your knife to get done, so no big deal either way. Okay, I think that's about it for the preliminaries. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and then we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, and the first leftover from last week's sale is a Spyderco, a classic of classics. On the box it just says Delica. We know it as the Delica 4 in basic black fiberglass reinforced nylon. Mid-back lock with the boy dent. Painted Spidey clip with the lanyard hole in the middle. Out pops the VG10 blade, saber ground, and I think I discussed this last week, but the knife appears to have been used, and it is very slightly tipped. Very slight. But the knife's pretty much unmarked, rock solid lockup, nice free blade. Centering is down the middle. We started this one off at 55 bucks. I thought, who wouldn't want a Delica for 55 bucks? Well, nobody did. We dropped it to 49 on Saturday. It's still here. Let's do $44 on the Delica this week. 44 like it is, 20 more, so 64 if you want it sharpened, and it'll have a nice pointy tip on it if I sharpen it. That is the Spyderco Delica 4. Next up, we have a poly bag and a nylon pouch that houses a JE made knife. This is the JE made Phoenix, a fusion slip joint, modern materials, modern construction, slip joint mechanism. So the Phoenix is 3 15/16 inches in closed length. It is a half-stop slip joint with a skagel-like oval slot. The pull weight is a 7.5, maybe an 8. The blade is S35VN. It is 3 3/16 inches in length, so super efficient blade to handle ratio. Titanium bolsters, carbon fiber covers. Looks like the titanium liners look integral to the bolsters. Is that right? They sure are. Closed stop pin instead of using a kick to locate, which gives it a little bit of a funny walk and talk. Kind of a clunk, a thud rather than a clack. But about a 7.5 or 8 pull. Nice walk and talk. Beautifully centered. I'm going to call this near mint in pouch, no box. Price of these brand new, $215 at your favorite web retailer. We ran this one last week for $160. Got no takers. It's still here. We dropped it to $140 on Saturday. No takers. This week, $125 like it is, $145 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That is the JE made Phoenix. Next up, from Hogue knives, and you guys remember this pair from last week. We have two same family of knives, one branded Hogue, one branded HK. This first one is the 54062-EXL KRL Incursion OTF automatic. It comes in a nylon pouch, Velcro closure, Molly compatible. Inside we got a knife, a satin aluminum with a beautiful gray hard anodized coating, black hardware, black clip. That'll be deep carry, reversible left to right. The knife deploys with a spine mounted switch. Blade length 3 7/8 of double edged 154 cm. DLC coated, and it's wearing an ApostleP edge. Handle length 5 1/4. Button effort, medium to firm, 100% reliable. Very squared away package. These are discontinued and out of stock. When they were available, they were $297 web new. We listed this for $215 last week with my edge on both edges. Nobody bought it. Dropped it to $190 for the weekend. Still here. Let's do $170. $170. That's the Hogue 54062 EXL KRL Incursion out the front automatic. Next up, the second in our pair of siblings. This is a Hogue built OTF automatic, but it's branded HK, Heckler & Koch. It is the 54092 HK Incursion. Comes in the same nylon pouch, but this one embroidered with the HK logo. Pretty much the same knife, different blade style as the one we just looked at. We have a satin aluminum handle, beautifully hard anodized in gray, black hardware, black clip, deep carry, ambidextrous. Let's see, 5 1/4 inches of handle length. It's an out the front automatic, as I said. Medium firm button, 100% reliable. Comes out with authority. The blade length on this one is 3 3/4 inches of 154 cm. It is a bayonet grind, and it is wearing an ApostleP edge. Extremely sharp. DLC coated blade. A little bit of wear on the coating just from sliding in and out there at the full stock thickness area near the spine. Reversible deep carry clip. Carbide glass breaker is your nut that holds it on. Condition we will call near mint in box. These are currently available online at your favorite retailer for $263 We ran it last week for $215. It did not sell. We dropped it to $190 for the weekend. Still here. Let's do 170 on the Hogue HK 54092 Incursion automatic. No need to sharpen. Next up, we got goodies. First of all, we have a battery charger that will recharge 18350 batteries, lithium variety. It comes with a flashlight. Ha ha. Actually, the flashlight comes with the charger. So let's see. How's this work? I forget. It's a Recon 1 Huckleberry flashlight with the CWF Dragon driver version 3. This is the programming card that goes with it. You get that, and you get your Recon 1 Deadwood Custom Works card. Tells you it's the Huckleberry model in aluminum. The Dragon driver, made October 7th, 2019, in smooth brushed aluminum. Here's the light. It is 3.5 inches in length, 1 inch in diameter. We got a screw-on clip with the Recon 1 logo. This is like infinitely programmable, but 2 greens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different brightnesses of white light, 3 LED emitters. It is near mint in box. Can't buy these new anymore, but one just like this sold recently on Arizona Custom Knives for $550. Did not include the charger. We started this one off last week. I think that was a titanium one though. So my initial information, this was a titanium light, but it is not. It's aluminum. So we started at $450. When I found out we were kind of price strong, I dropped it $100 to $350, but it's still here. So somebody gets to pick this up for $295 this week. The Recon 1 Huckleberry flashlight, CWF Dragon driver with charger. $295. Somebody please buy that. Once again, I got a mess over here. Okay, next up, guys, we've got not 1, not 2, but 3, count them, 3 Cerberus Atlas Pry Bars. We got 2 left over from last week. The bronze with the blue rich light. I'm sorry, the bronze with the OD green rich light insert. Bronze nano ceramic coating. 3.5 inches. I'm sorry, 3 7/8 inches by 165. There's a pocket clip on the back. I think you can see that. Then we have the black nano ceramic with the black and red rich light insert. Clip on the back. This week we've got, out of the baggie, the gray nano ceramic coated with the blue rich light insert. CPM 3V, 3 7/8 by 165 thousandths. Heat treated to 60 to 61 Rockwell. Nano ceramic coating. This has got a blue anodized deep carry pocket clip. I think the clips kind of match the inserts. So yeah, these run $175 brand new at Cutlery Shop. We ran those first 2 last week at $140. They did not sell, and they're brand new, never taken out of the package. We dropped it to $120 on both of them for the weekend. This week, I'm just going to list all 3 of these. You guys hadn't seen this one last week, but since it's out of the bag, I thought I'd show it. So all of them are $99 each. So for the bronze, the black, and the gray, take your pick, $99. No need to sharpen. Next up, we've got another Cerberus product. In this baggie comes a pair of Spyderco Smock scales, and these are in blue Terotuf, and they have a honeycomb mill pattern, I think you can see. Brand new, never installed. They do fit the Spyderco Smock. These run $85 brand new from Cerberus. We started we've had a family of these in the last 2-3 weeks. We started them a little higher, but they seem to be moving at $40. So that's what we're going to sell these for. $40. That's in your inventory as Cerberus Blue Honeycomb Terotuf scales for Smock. Next up, in our last set of Cerberus scales, we've got a set for a Spyderco Shaman radar pattern Jade G10. So these would be the natural or Jade G10 scales for any Spyderco Shaman, and I think you can see that concentric circle mill pattern would look great with a DLC Shaman. And they've never been installed. They're like new and baggy. And again, we've reduced these similar products in recent weeks to $40, and they've moved at 40, so that's what we're going to do for these. $40. Cerberus Jade G10 scales for Shaman, like new in baggy. Next up, our last Cerberus product. And believe it or not, they also make knives. Let's see. I forgot the acronym, but this is the Cerberus RI-OTT. You could pronounce that riot, and it's something like I don't know, like radical internal organ transplant tool. I don't think it's radical. It's something else. Like, I don't know. But anyway, it's funny, isn't it? Internal organ transplant tool. So you got a little fixed blade with a perforated handle, a little gutted paracord lanyard, beautiful tan textured Kydex sheath. You could set this up to carry it like an infinite number of ways. Here's the knife, just a little drop point affair. CPM 3V, 2 5/16 in length. Looks like the stock is 1/8. Handle length would be 3 3/8. Not sure what the coating is. It looks like a black PVD. It's got a little bit of use on it, but nothing major. Some Kydex left there in the Recon. But look at that, guys. 4 fingers on that little handle. And you could cord wrap it if you wanted, anything you want. Pretty cool little knife. These seem to, they come up in this configuration when they drop at 160. We're going to do this one at 140 like it is, 160 if you like it with my edge on it, and that'll be way better than a new one. We'll call it near mint, no box. The Cerberus Riot fixed blade. Next up, we've got one from Skelton Bladeworks. It's going to come in a large padded zipper pouch. It will come with this here certification card. This is the Skelton Small Chef in AEBL. The handle material is wildwood. It was made June of 18, signed by Jim Skelton himself. Pretty cool knife, guys. Now, it's a very cool knife. So here is the Skelton Small Chef. As I said, an AEBL blade, hand-rubbed satin, 6 1/16 inches of blade length. The handle is 4 15/16. This is not a hafted knife. The handle scales are removable with some pretty nice looking hardware. The material is wildwood, which I guess is a nomenclature for a laminated wood product. It looks like it's got some black palm, and I don't know what the lighter wood is. Pretty cool though. Book matched, sort of. That's a very Bark River Aurora-y handle. Very nice in the hand. Looks like the stock thickness is about 90 or 100 thousandths. Pretty nice effort. This is the most grown-up Jim Skelton knife I think I've ever looked at. It's got just a little bit of patina right by my thumb. I don't know if you can see that. Apparently somebody actually cooked on this show. But it's very near mint in pouch with card. Let's see. My consignor paid $550 for this knife directly from Mr. Skelton. We're going to sell it for $325 like it is, $355 with an Apostle P edge. That is the Skelton Bladeworks Small Chef. Next up, this is pretty special, guys. From Spyderco, we have, yes we do, a Pygmy Warrior, and it is a Spyderco Collectors Club knife. The envelope says number 161 of the FB29 GPS BBK. Inside is the certificate of ownership presented originally to Leanne Watts in June of 2014. Now, these knives got to be rare as hen's teeth. And then a few of them started popping up for sale here recently, and here's one of them. So here is the Pygmy Warrior. Comes in an outstanding pancake Kydex sheath with a positionable G-clip. Black G10 scales. It's a finger groove knife. Nice little pop. We have a DLC coated blade designed by Bob Taylor. The blade steel will be CTS BD1. Blade length 4.5 inches. Got sort of a notching sawback. It really locks in my hand. The grooves fit me perfectly. I wear a large glove. And you've got sort of a glass breaker impact device exposed tang. 4.5 blade, 4 3/4 handle. We're going to call this like new in box with COA. They're long gone. I'm not sure if they ever saw retailers, but because they were a club knife. But recent sold listings on eBay running between $225 and $395. We're going to do this right at the bottom of that range, guys. $225 like it is, $245 with my edge. That's the Spyderco Pygmy Warrior. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. Next up, remember this one from last week? I got my leftovers a little mixed up tonight. Yep, it's an old school, like early 90s Spyderco box. The knife was originally purchased from Tokyu Hands for 18,000 yen, which would have been like 150 bucks-ish. It is a Spyderco Police stainless. The entire knife, titanium nitride coated. So I'm talking handle, clip, and blade, even the cutting edge. It is totally stealthed out. The neat thing is, if you wet the knife, you can see, I think you can see, let me do that again. The Navy SEALs seal and trident, but they made it super discreet because they wanted it to be non-reflective. The midlock is rock solid with the pinned stainless construction. Blade nice and free. The centering seems to change every time you open it. It's so long and the blade well is so tight. This is a factory second, as evidenced by that cutoff wheel nick at the spine. I think it's just because it's getting a little coating wear just from opening and closing, like right there on both sides. But the mechanics are all solid. one of very few made, and they're usually in the hands of Navy SEALs. So let's see. Did we start this out? Yeah, at $500 last week. Then we dropped it to $450 for the weekend. This week, $395. $395 for the Spyderco Police Stainless Black Titanium Nitride Navy SEALs Edition, factory second. $425 like it is. I'm sorry, $395 like it is. Don't need to sharpen. Next up, we have a knife from Russian maker Cheburkov. And the knife inside is going to be, I don't need to say it, you guys can just read it right off the card. You got that? Yeah. This is the Kori Front Flipper 4. A beautiful sort of Quaken-esque knife. You got a shimmery bead blast titanium handle with a steel blue ano, and then the hardware is all titanium, and it's kind of a bronzy blue. Got a milled titanium pocket clip, steel inserted titanium frame lock. It is a front flipper, which I do not do. There is the blade. Again, beautiful bead blast. Kind of a modified Warncliffe with a drawn swedge. Blade steel is M390. 3 15/16 inches of blade, 4 15/16 inches of handle. There's your lock engagement. It is, of course, ball bearings. Rock solid lockup, beautiful flipping action, perfect centering. We'll call it like new in box. These were limited to 100 pieces. And when these were introduced, I'm not sure what show it was, but they were a lottery knife. If you won a lottery pick, you got the opportunity to buy one of these for $800. We ran this last week at $650. It didn't sell. We dropped it to $600. My seller said, you know what? Kind of an unknown Russian maker, superb quality. Let's expose somebody to this knife for a low price. So this week, $425. Like it is, $450 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available. The Cheburkov Kori Front Flipper 4. That reminds me of a scene from Pulp Fiction. Fox Force 5, right? Next up, we've got a made in USA Kershaw knife. This is the Dividend model number 1812 BLK. So black hard anodized aluminum scales on the 4 1/4 inch handle. Deep carry, reversible, 4-way clip. We have a speed safe spring assist action that comes out like a rocket. We got a blade of M390, 3 1/8 inches long. Gorgeous stonewash. Look at that. It's kind of like a bayonet ground Warncliffe thing. The Dividend's a great utility blade if you haven't had one. So speed safe flipper, stainless steel liner lock, great engagement, rock solid lockup, and centering pretty much down the middle. Just the slightest bit of edge wear on that clip, and we're going to call it near mint, no box. Let's see. You can still buy this model, the 1812 BLK, but instead of M390, the new in stock ones have 20 CV. They're $100. I'd rather have M390, and this knife is $60. Like it is, $85 if you'd like it with my edge on it. That's the Kershaw 1812 BLK Dividend. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 6. Next up, this is kind of a sibling knife, I think. There it is. I'm going to turn the page. This would be the Kershaw 1776 BLK Link. Again, with the reverse American flag. Deep carry pocket clip that'll be reversible right or left hand tip up. I've got an integral to handle lanyard slot, speed safe spring assist, flipper on washers, blade steel is M390, blade 3 3/16, handle 4 3/8, stainless steel liner lock, there's your engagement, it's rock solid. Centering is dead, flipping action, stupendous, and these are just beautiful in the hand, guys. A little more girthy than the Dividend, a little more hand filling, but very similar knives. These are out of stock right now. When they were available new, they were 85 bucks. That's way too cheap. We're going to do this one based on limited availability. Very near mint in box. Again, just a super slight bit of clip wear, and I think I saw a trail right there in the hard anodized coating on the handle. So 65 like it is, 85, well, it should be more. I'm sorry, 85, 60 like it is, 85 with my edge. The Kershaw 1776 BLK link. And that one had no box, but this one does. This is a Kershaw made in USA. The knife inside is the 1670 S30V Blur. Probably one of the most classic Kershaws ever made. The Blur. Black hard anodized aluminum handle. Trek inserts that, I don't know, maybe like 12 years ago replaced the old skateboard tape. We've got the classic of classic Kershaw clips that I think goes just two ways, up or down, right hand only. We've got the most awesome thumb studs ever. Speed safe spring assist action S30V blade. Just a slight recurve on sort of a droppy, speary blade. There's your lock engagement. Appears to be plenty secure. Centering is pretty much dead. And the action with that speed safe is awesome. I like that because it's a very free blade for a speed safe knife and still has zero blade play. Superb example, guys. I'm going to call this near mint to like new in box. And these are 95 bucks, web new. They are available new, but why would you pay that for a new one when you can buy this one? 65 bucks, all in, shipped, priority mail, 85 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available. Kershaw 1670 S30V Blur. Next up. Oh, it's a black box from Benchmade. It is, oh man, these are such a great knife. The 575-1 Mini Presidio 2. So we're all aware of the aluminum handled Presidios, the FRN handled Presidios. You know, the FRN ones feel clacky like a Griptilian. The aluminum ones are heavy. Then we got this. The CF Elite scale. So that is a, essentially, it's like a fiberglass reinforced nylon, but with a ton of carbon fiber floating around in it, and it actually shows. The texture is beautiful. You have like little raised dots, and then pairs of lines. It's just super nice in hand, but it's not a pocket ripper in any way. This one's wearing a Parkerized deep carry clip. Of course, axis lock. Gorgeous spear point in S30V. 3 3/16 is your blade length. 4 5/16 is your handle length. I got rock solid lockup. I've got a free dropping blade, and I've got perfect centering. And the condition on this, we're going to say like new in box. These are available online. Minimum advertised web price is $135. We're selling this one for $100. Like it is, $120 with my edge, and that's a beautiful example, guys. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. Benchmade 575-1 Mini Presidio 2. Next up, a blue box Benchmade with a Griptilian model 551-1, one of my favorite grips ever, because the handle's so doggone stunning. We've got a 3D machine milled checker pattern in gray G10 with a blasted finish. It's just gorgeous. Blue G10 liners, blue hard anodized hourglass standoffs, deep carry parkerized clip, the classic drop point Griptilian blade in 20 CV. This one, 0 to very slight edge wear. Lockup is dead solid. Actually, not quite a free dropper, but a pretty free flinger, right? Centering down the middle. Condition on this one, we're going to say near mint in box. Basically pocket lint only, right? Is keeping this from being like new. They're discontinued, they're out of stock. The last pricing on these was $187. Interweb new. Your price for this one, can't buy a new one. Let's do $140 like it is. $165 with my edge. Next day sharpening available. The Benchmade 555. I'm sorry, the 551-1 Griptilian. 551-1. Full size grip. Next up, man, we're having a bit of a Hogue fest tonight. Yes, we are. We got another one from that American maker of gun grips and knives. This is a 24265 Delica Able Lock folder with a Wharncliffe blade. Here it is, and this one is the Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive in red, white, and blue G10. How about that? So you get a deep carry, ambidextrous, tip up pocket clip. We got a black deep carry installed. We've got the original polished normal carry also in the box. Either one works. And then you've got, of course, thumb studs, phosphor bronze washers, and something that looks a lot like an axis lock, the Hogue Able Lock. There is your Alan Elishewitz designed Nightmare Ground Wharncliffe in CPM 20 CV. Blade length 3 3/16. Handle is 4 1/4. I got rock solid lockup. I got free dropping action. I've got pretty much dead centering. And the condition on this one will be, oh, I don't know. We'll say near mint to like new. Price of these brand new at Smoky Mountain is $140. Don't know if they're still in stock, but I do know you can buy this one for $100. Why did I write no need to sharpen? Yeah, I can sharpen this for you if you like. Let's do 125 sharpened. That is the Hogue 24265 Delica SMKW exclusive. Next up, got one from ZT, the Lexus of Kershaw. Inside the box is a ZT0357 in G10 with a 20 CV stonewash blade, it says. So here you go. There's your black G10. Looks like you've got, I don't know, man, are those? I guess those are steel liners, and then they're exposed for the lanyard slot. Looks like a G10 backspacer. It is a speed safe action knife on washers. There's your lock engagement. Let's see. 3 1/4 blade, 4 7/16 handle. Lockup is dead rock solid. Fairly free blade for a speed safe action. Centering looks great. Flipping action looks great. That 20 CV appears to have a bit of an acid stonewash on it. I love the thumb swale. At least that's what I call it. So squared away knife, very near mint in box. You can buy these brand new online at your favorite web store for $172. How about we just do $120 on this one? $120 like it is, $145 with an ApostleP edge, the ZT0357. Next up, from those knife makers in Maniago, we have the Manio Knife Makers Ziba Flame. The Flame looks like a drop point blade in green canvas micarta with a brown anodized titanium frame. This, much like that Cheburkov, is a very Quicken-esque knife. The show side OD canvas micarta, cool bronze anodized pivot collar, very nice flat blade screw hardware. There's your titanium frame side with a bronze ano, but it looks like a DLC clip. The blade, also DLC coated, is 2 7/8 inches of M390. Beautiful drop point. Skinny, beautiful. The steel inserted titanium frame lock locks up perfectly. I guess I can make that insert slip a little bit if I twist it just right, but it's a gents folder, not that it's going to matter much. The lockup's extremely secure. Beautiful action, beautiful centering, beautiful knife. Let's see, we'll call it near mint to like new in box. Web price on these brand new is $150 at your favorite retailer. We'll do this one at $110 like it is, $135 with an ApostleP edge. The MKM/Ziba Flame. Next up, it's Civivi time. If you buy the first one, you're going to want to buy the second one, I'm just saying. Here's the first one. It is the Charlie 801 Frank Backlash with blue G10 handle. Check this out. Very Kershaw linkish, I think, in handle profile. So bright blue, almost periwinkle G10. Polished, deep carry clip, going to be right or left hand tip up. I got a flipper on bearings. And a 9CR18 MOV blade, 3 7/16 inches in length. I got a harpoon clip, hollow ground primary bevel. I think the swedge is, it might be flat. But beautiful satin, forward finger choil, great jimping. Stainless steel liner lock engages thusly. It's rock solid. Beautiful ball bearing action, perfect blade centering. We'll call it like new in the box. You can go online, you can find this at a retailer for somewhere around $42 plus tax plus postage, or just buy this one, $30 shipped priority mail, $50 with my edge on it, the Civivi C801F Backlash. Next up, you're going to want both of them. I don't have a box for this one, but I do have a pouch. And in the pouch comes a cleaning cloth and a knife. Here it is. It's the Elementum in blue. The same periwinkle blue G10. I got blasted stainless steel liners, some black hardware, a black DLC coated milled titanium clip. I got a ball bearing flipper, a spear point blade, hollow ground, blade steel on this one is D2, blade length 2 15/16, handle 4 1/16, rock solid lockup, beautiful action, beautiful centering, like new in pouch, no box. You can buy this knife new online at your favorite retailer for $50. We're going to sell this one $35 all in, priority postage paid, $55 with my edge on it. Next day sharpening available if you're one of the first 6. That's the Civivi Elementum Blue. Next up, from Kaiser, we have a Kaiser Vanguard series October model number Victor 3569er Alpha 1. This one comes in stunning black and gray linen micarta. Black deep carry right hand tip up only pocket clip. I got a ball bearing flipper. What a superb flipper design. Look at that. Doesn't get in anybody's way and works great. So a black coated blade. Not sure the coating material. I do know this has got a CPM 20 CV blade. A sheep's foot, 2 7/8 inches long, 4 3/16 handle. Stainless steel liner lock, ball bearing flipper. There is your lock engagement. If I can show it to you. Kind of dark in there. It's beautiful. Centering is about perfect. Condition, near mint to like new in box. Price of these brand new at your favorite web retailer is $129, $130. This one, $100 like it is. $125 with my edge on it. That's the Kaiser October. Next up, from the Benchmade Knife Company. It's a blue box. It houses a griptilian, but not just any griptilian. This is the 551 BK-2201 Knife Center exclusive grip. So this would have been the first dealer exclusive of 2022. Red Norrell GTX scales. Parkerized Emerson clip. DLC coated blade. And the steel is way up there by the thumb stud. 20 CV. Got a little pivot lube down on the blade. Rock up, dead rock solid. Free dropping blade. Centering very close to perfect. Condition, I guess we're going to say like new in box. It is the Knife Center exclusive. Right now, Knife Center has these on a special price for $110. I think they were about $130. This one, like new in box, a superb example. $95 like it is, $120 with my edge on it. Benchmade 551 BK-2201 grip. Next up, from Spyderco, Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth, we got us a paramilitary too. S110V. Yes, we do. We know it as the Burple S110V model. Burple G10. Bright hardware polished clip. A paramilitary 2 blade. Shocking, I know. S110V blade steel. Fingerprints abound on this one. Let's see. Ooh. A very bitey factory edge on that one. No apparent wear. No blade play. Free blade. Perfect centering. Condition, we'll call it near mint in box. These have crept up, both the new retail price and the secondary values. These are selling new right now, web, street, retail at $215. This one can be yours for $170 like it is. $195 with my edge on it. Next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6 tonight. Spyderco Pair 2. Burple S110. Next up, it's another Spyderco, and it's another Pair 2. Neon green and black, it says. Check this out, guys. Whoa. That's a pretty cool green, especially against all that black hardware and the black blade. Knife Joy exclusive, Toxic Green G10, 20 CV blade, DLC coated. I got no blade play. I got not quite a free dropper, but close. Probably could be if you wanted it to. And blade centering, again, close. Condition, we're going to say near mint in box. They are out of stock, probably won't be made again. When they were available, I don't know what they were, but I do know that recent sold listings on eBay between $180 and $279. This one can be yours at $190 like it is. 215 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Spyderco Pair 2. TX for Toxic, GN 20CV. Next up, another one from Spyderco and another one from Golden. This is an interesting one. It's a Mannix 2 lightweight in 20CV and a scale material called Mystic Green. Mystic Green. It's like a dark teal. Translucent fiberglass reinforced copolymer. And like all the lightweights, pinned construction but an adjustable pivot. Wire clip. There's your blade and there's your steel 20 CV. Got some smudgy fingerprints on it. Sorry about that, guys. No scratches. Fairly virginal factory edge. Lock up dead solid. Blade nice and free. Centering is down the middle. Let's see. Near mint to like new. These are out of stock at KnifeJoy. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $150 and $200. We'll just put this one at the bottom. Let's do $150 like it is. $175 with an ApostleP edge. Spyderco Mannix 2 lightweight, Mystic Green 20 CV. Next up is another Spyderco and another one from Golden. This is a Native 5 lightweight, and it's interesting. I say that's purple FRN. Some people might see it as blue. I don't know. But it is what it is. Native 5 lightweight and blade steel of Spy 27. So if I remember right, Spy 27 is like an improved VG10 with a spray formed process that makes it super sweet. Rock solid lockup, very free on the bushing pivot, super blade centering. I think it's been touched up, barely. But other than that, it's pretty much like new knife. Perfect action, centering, and lockup, near mint in box. These are available brand new. Web retail at $139. This one can be yours. $110 all in with no sales tax and all shipping is paid. Priority mail. $110 like it is. $130 with an ApostleP edge. The Native 5 lightweight Purple Spy 27. Next up, our last Spidey. It's like a half a Spidey. It's not from Golden. It's from Seki City. It's the Ladybug ZDP 189. You can't find these anywhere. I looked. There it is. The little darling. It's a keychain knife, really, isn't it? It's tiny. It's a mid-lock with a boy down. Look at that. No blade play. Super free blade. Almost dead down the middle. British Racing Green FRN. Like new inbox. They are discontinued and out of stock. When they were available, they were $154 web retail. You can't find them anywhere. Let's do $45 on this one. $65 with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening is available. Spyderco Ladybug. BRG for British Racing Green and ZDP. Next up, we've reached the Save Me From Myself moment. I do not own one of these, and orange is my favorite color. I got a Victorinox limited edition Tiger Orange Alox Classic. Look at this little beauty. Would you look at that? Oh my. Split ring, okay. Main pen blade. Fingernail tool, which loves to grab onto the pen blade. Got a little screwdriver, nail file. And then on the back, scissors. Victorinox scissors rock. And you got the split ring. In 2021 engraved in the ID plate. Yeah. So let's see. These are available. Somebody's got some on Amazon for 62 bucks. This is like new in the box. And it can be had for 50. No sales tax. Postage paid. Priority. 50 bucks like it is 65 for me to sharpen the main blade. Victorinox Classic Alox OR 2021 for Tiger Orange 2021 limited edition. Next up. Okay guys, I got two of the same knife here, but there's one difference. So they're going to be listed separately. Here is why. They're Essies. All that stuff, you know. There's your model number. These are the Zancudo with an X, the Xancudo. So number one is this one. Okay. So I got a molded plastic sheath, hardware and spring clip, and an extra set of black and orange G10 handle scales. That's the difference, right? This number two just has the one set that's installed. It looks just like a Zancudo, but this is a fixed blade Zancudo. The blade length is 3 1/16. Handle is 4 1/16. Beautiful handle profile. Super sweet in the hand. I mean super sweet. Blade steel is S35 VN. Gorgeous stone wash. Beautiful milling pattern in the G10. Removable for service. With everything you see here. So that's number one. And its price is $120 with the extra scales. Okay? We'll put it back home and show you number two. Same knife, same attachment hardware, same sheath, but only one set of scales. Both of them are like new in the box. Let's see. Web price on these brand new is $135. This one, $110. That's number two. Number one, with the extra scales, $120. Plus 20 each to sharpen. Those are both the Essie Zancudo fixed blades. And that brings us to the last knife in tonight's sale, which is also the Rob's Pick. So my early birds will not see this until everybody else does, because it's kind of special. They sold out like in about 5 minutes, and they are awesome. From Bark River Knives. Yes, it is a Bravo 1 LT in crew wear. Crew wear. Comes in a beautiful sheath. This is kind of a Jenna Martin design with the split belt loops. The scale protector flap. This one's got molly straps included. Never been out of the poly bag. Here's the knife. A CPM crewwear blade, 4 1/4 inches in length. Mid-height saber grind convex. OD green canvas micarta. It is all business, and it means business. 4 3/4 handle, like new in the box. Out of stock everywhere. This knife in this trim level would have been about $245 web retail. You can't find one. You can have this one though, all in, shipped priority mail. $225 like it is. $245 with an Apostle P edge. The Bark River Bravo 1 LT, the Rob's Pick tonight. And the last knife in the sale. That's all for this one. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. I'll talk to you soon.